Hey guys, welcome to a clip for the progression log, the final one, actually. I'm here with my brother. Say hello, brother.
Hi.
He's
Yes,
we
hello.
are hopefully going to kill the Rift Weaver now. Thank God we're gonna be done. Jesus Christ, this has been fucking miserable. Fuck the Rift. Ocean Block 2 is the end game is fucking god awful. Where hopefully
I
Red,
hate it.
it's so bad. Shall we go in?
Yes.
The end game is it has to be the worst end game possible for an. Oh boy, here we go. Here, I think I just
Ooh,
have to.
friggin'
I think I have to use it over here. You are not close enough to the Rift Arena. Where is the
Oh, is
Rift?
it in the maybe it's the Coliseum.
Oh, I know where it is. Follow me. This is the. I bet it's all the way back here behind this. So for the adventure end game, the best way to do it, by the way, is to simply not interact with any of the mobs. It's so much fun.
Oh, this over here?
Yeah, where I'm at, because all of the mobs give you slowness, blindness, slowness 4,
Oh,
blindness 2,
hold on.
uh, nausea, and have ridiculously high amounts of HP. Are you over here? Ready?
Yeah.
It's here. Or I used it, or it's going to be here. So we have backpacks with auto feeders. Here, I'm gonna see if we can use the nope, mental obliteration did not work on it. Well, going to. I guess do we just sit here and whack at it?
I'm just gonna laser it. Try not to get hit by my laser.
Okay, I'm lasering it too. Oh boy. Truly fantastic gameplay. I can't see anything. I know this is supposed to be like some super epic like boss fight stuff, but
It's friggin' Cthulhu. I just one shot him.
unknow this, bitch. I just got teleported. I just got one shot from full.
Uh, also the Rift Weaver's almost dead.
Okay, well I'm back now.
I just, I'm pretty sure I just really one shot him, and he's dead.
Thank fucking God.
What'd you get out of it?
Nothing. I got some leather pants.
Okay, let's get the hell out of here.
Okay, that works for me. Hopefully we weren't supposed to like collect before we leave. We should make sure there wasn't an item we were supposed to collect. Oh, I see. You're supposed to gather all the trophies. Wait, do you have to put them somewhere else? Hold on. Um, controls this portal. All of the pedestals all around the portal frames might just be the clue on how to break free of his hold. Uh, oh, I guess that's out of here.
Portal frame.
I believe we just need to leave. Are you already out?
Nope.
I got out.
Pedestal.
The pedestals around like the rift portal itself. God, what an atrocious endgame. I can't, like, how many, I went
I
through
think I know what
six
happened
coffees,
there.
by the way. What's up?
So, yeah, I went through only, yeah, I only drank like six.
Mm,
The milk would have been way better.
I mean, maybe, I don't
So,
know.
I'm pretty sure what happened there was so because I was holding left click with my railgun so much, I went up and whacked the boss and did like 900 damage to it.
Very cool. So I guess we have to come down
Because
here.
because I hit him and you. Okay, so we
Uh,
need all those trophies.
yeah, so we're gonna have
Okay,
the pump trophy.
tell me what the trophy. So we need the replicator trophy,
Wait, no, so
the
polymorph
quantum
trophy.
prismarine, that time crystal,
Leviathan trophy.
particle accelerator, Ignis.
It's the trophies from around the actual home thing.
No, not. There's pedestals. There's these pedestals. You see these pedestal blocks on the.
No, it says the portal frame blocks. Check the quest. It says,
Well, look at the pedestals
uh,
around it.
task: gather the
Yep,
12
yep,
trophies of
yep.
ocean block and place.
So
Oh,
I put a trophy. I put a trophy on one of these pedestals, and the other one's lit up.
you're right. You're right.
Okay.
Uh, here I have
Leviathan, the Rift Weaver.
I have crystal block. You already have the crystal block. Do you have the polymorphic? No, here we go. Polymorphic. Which
And
ones are we
then
missing?
is the Rift Weaver.
Uh, oh yes. Did you put it down?
I just did.
Now what?
Now what? Do we use portal fluid?
Activating the portal frame. So I guess.
Okay. We need to make some more portal fluid.
Oh, here we can make it in here. We have do we have polymorphic fluid? Here, we're gonna need a bucket of water. And then we're going to need
Polymorphic catalyst.
yes.
Well, actually, we can't because we need to charge it with the freaking goo. Oh, hold on.
Oh, it didn't work.
We need to charge it with the goo first, so we can't do it here. Come on.
Okay. I'm so glad to be done. Fuck.
Oh, nope.
Uh, what are we charging with the goo?
The water. We need your water bucket.
Yeah, polymorphic catalyst.
Then portal fluid. Can you drop it? Cool. Bucket it. Put it next to it. Why does my goo? There was goo here. Why does it keep disappearing?
I was pulling it up to use it in the time crystal farms. And because I was making. Anyway, we got the. Let's go.
What were you using it for?
I was using it to turn time crystal blocks. Whoops. Into budding time crystal blocks. You need a shadow pulse. So I just was plonking him next to where I was doing
Also, dude, that fucking legendary reward from killing the Rift Weaver gave me a stupid Heisenberg compensator.
Oh, here, let's see what I
Okay.
get. I got a creative energy
Another
cell.
creative energy cell.
Yeah.
Man.
You ready?
Yep.
Hopefully this isn't the frickin' rift again. If it is, I'm gonna be really annoyed.
Fuck, it's the Rift again.
It's the rift again.
Something happened.
I guess it just didn't work. We didn't do it properly.
Okay, hold on. Okay, maybe we didn't put them in the right. Maybe we don't have the right
Maybe,
statues.
maybe they have to be the here. I'll read them off. Here, start from here. Pull them all off. Uh-oh.
Make sure we don't break the
Put it back. It's fine. I fixed it.
pedestals.
Do we have 12 pedestals? Yes, we do. Okay. So we gotta break them all, and then we'll start from, and then we'll go in order. Oh my god, these things take fucking forever to break.
And you can't mine them with the freaking book.
Can we? Oh, can we mine them with the laser beam?
Not from underwater.
I was wondering if maybe because part of it doesn't count as it's like filling in its water or something.
Okay. So I'm gonna read them off.
Here, no, no, hold on, we missed this one over here. Leviathan. Oh my gosh.
I got it.
Okay, so we'll start from right here. What's the first one?
So that one says it's the heart of the rift.
What trophy? Which is what trophy?
Heart of the Rift trophy.
Oh, I don't have that trophy. Here it is. Heart of the Rift trophy. Heart of the Rift trophy.
And
Next.
then the next one is a pump.
Pump trophy.
And then polymorphin time, so the polymorphic fluid trophy.
Next.
Are you going clockwise?
Yeah.
The Leviathan,
Leviathan trophy.
the Nautek Prismarine crystals next,
Prismarine crystal trophy.
the Infinity Stones,
That would be
the
the
block, the crystal block,
empowered Diantine crystal block trophy.
the Particle Accelerator,
Uh, particle accelerator trophy.
and then the Time Crystal,
Time crystal.
the Ultimate Autocrafter, the AE2 Quantum Controller,
Got that.
then the Ignis,
Ignis.
Replicator.
Hey, we don't have enough. I think they. I don't think they go on these pedestals. We're missing some pedestals. You know what we are? Look where the teleporter is, dude. Oh,
You're an idiot.
I didn't know what these things were when I put the teleporter here.
Okay, so what were they? Deep Slate
Deep
Fence.
deep slate pillar with
Hold on.
deep
Where
slate
are these?
wall
Polished Deep Slate Wall.
with deep slate pillars. Simple deep slate pillars.
Polished Deep Slate Wall.
I got the
And
pillars.
then the Deep Slate Pillar. And then those last two would be the Replicator and Leviathan.
Oh, we already had the Leviathan. Do you mean the Rift Weaver?
Yeah, the Rift Reaver.
Oh, it's doing a thing. Do we need another polymorph bucket? A
We
portal fluid?
probably do need another Portal Fluid bucket.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, hold on.
Oh,
Oh! Fuck it, we're going.
I guess we go in.
Nothing.
Way back home. Chapter complete. Rift below. It's the
Dude, we're in the
overworld.
fucking overworld! Now we can play the game!
Yeah. Thank God. We're saved.
We're saved! Dude, now we can just... Dude, let's go find a fucking fern. So now what?
Now we're done.
We're done.
Now we're done. Do you want to go do a base
I
walk?
am God!
Do you want to do a base walkthrough with me first before we call it, or are you done?
Can we go back?
I believe so. I just did slash home. Let's see. Slash home should work if I just don't move. No.
There's a portal
Oh,
block
wait.
here.
Yep. Set a waypoint there first, so you can teleport back. Or I assume we can always just teleport there. But would you like to do a base walkthrough with me first?
Sure.
Sometimes
Hold on, I'm gonna go back to the portal and see what happens.
I always plan for these like, oh, I'm going to be done. Here's the clip of me being done. It can all come back and
Oh,
do
yep,
the rest of
the portal just took me back.
the rest of the walkthrough later, and then I just never do that. Like with when I finished Monty Factory, it was really funny. I was like, okay, guys, this is a short little clip, and then the entire thing was 90 minutes long. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started with I guess more or less about the general state of the pack when we finish. So obviously this base is not complete, and it's never going to be complete. This pack fucking sucks. This
It was
pack
really bad.
this pack is awful. It's legitimately like most of it is really really fun. Most of it's actually I should say pretty alright. Oritech is a lot of fun. I think I found most of the fun I had in this pack. Oh my god, I'm blind again. Where does that even keep fucking coming from, dude?
Oh, it's from the... Hold on, we can turn the mob farm off. There we go.
Most of there was lots of fun parts about this pack that were really enjoyable, but a
The
large
particle
portion of
accelerator was really fun.
oh, the particle accelerator is fucking fantastic. I think the big standout to this pack was actually Oritech. I know I was kind of slandering it in earlier videos, but I was totally wrong. Totally 1000% wrong. Oritech may not
Once you
have
get it, once you
yeah.
get it automated, it's not that bad.
Yeah, once you get a lot of the stuff automated or you get a chance to actually start automating stuff, it's a lot of fun. Oritech might be pretty new in terms of the tech mods in general, but I still think it's actually it doesn't have like the legacy that a lot of the other older tech mods have, and I think it's fine actually. I think the particle accelerator is by far probably my favorite crafting method I've ever seen in modded Minecraft. It's fantastic. Oritech is really good.
I mean, just think about like thermal expansion, like with how prominent thermal expansion was for such a long time.
Yeah, now it's thermal series, and now you never really see it anymore.
Because it's like it's
It's
just
just it,
eh.
Yeah, it's not particularly engaging in terms of many things, and obviously things like Oritech can create are uh, standouts of learning how to do interesting things in modern Minecraft rather
I
than
mean, just
just
look at like the. I mean, the this freaking multi-block here, the freaking
Which one?
atomic forge.
The
The
atomic.
atomic forge. The atomic forge can't be powered. It requires lasers, and
Yeah.
the more
I mean,
lasers you plug
that's
in,
that's actually like something we've seen before in things like Buildcraft and where you have like things where you put the items in and other things around them actually
dude,
do
I
the
haven't used
craft.
Buildcraft since
Well,
like
I mean,
1.3.
Buildcraft is like that. You also have Draconic Evolutions and Fusion Crafters.
That's
So
true.
this sort of thing isn't unique, but I think what is unique for Oritech is specifically the particle accelerator. The particle accelerator was a fantastic puzzle to work out and to design. This particle accelerator was only really designed to do one thing, and that was to make overcharged crystals. It technically does do on-demand stuff, and it could theoretically be expandable to work for multiple things. But the way the particle accelerator works is really, really interesting, and it's really hard to go into depth, I think, right now. I guess I could. The idea is the particle accelerator will accelerate two different items and then collide them together at varying speeds. And you'll see here required collision energy 500 joules. That is effectively the required summed velocity of two particles moving at each other. So two if you have like this, like for this enteric compound with 500 joules, if you have redstone dust at 500 meters per second velocity and then rotten flesh at 1 meter per second velocity going in the opposite direction, you'll complete the collision. And then you have like you could have them going at 250 in opposite directions. That would also work as well. Um, Obviously, there's lots and lots of these different recipes. There's 4 pages of recipes here for collisions, and some of them you don't really need to do more than once. Some of them are interesting or whatever. The one we only really needed to set this particle accelerator up for was for overcharged crystals, as they are used in making promethium as well as they're used in making promethium, which is a significant part of the a rift attenuation crystal process. They're used in multiple stages of making both the base crystal as well as the ultimate crystal and the heart of the rift as well, which we just used. So it's a core part in that. And making them there are two ways to make overcharged crystals. You can make them the expensive way like this, which is doable. It's really not all that bad if you're willing to put a bunch of stuff on passive. But we wanted to make the particle accelerator, the overcharged crystals through the particle accelerator, um, mostly because the particle accelerator was new and cool and it was super cheap to do it this way. And the particle accelerator is fantastic. The way this works is because of how when the faster particles slash items get, the farther away the gates can be in between before they fly off the ring, but also the turns have to be farther apart. Um, if like the so for basically for an item that was in the bigger ring going fast enough to create an overcharged crystal would fly off this lower ring here. So in order to actually complete the craft, you have to accelerate from a smaller ring and then transition into a bigger ring. And this does through a couple of redstone state cells. I probably don't need the second one. You can probably get away with just the one. And if you're better at all this redstone stuff, you probably don't even need that one. But the way I did this was we have a PLC over here that's basically just a threshold emitter. It basically just checks to see how fast the particle is going. Once it's going fast enough, it will switch from the smaller ring into the larger ring, like the initial item. And then it continues to check for the second item, the second speed test over here. So once it's then going fast enough to complete the craft, it will then over here introduce the second item, the fluxite block, or the redstonia block, which then gets sent around this particle ring over here. Actually, you know what we'll do? Instead of talking about it, we'll just order some.
Don't stand in the way.
Yeah, don't stand in the way, otherwise you'll get hit by a particle. So here we go. We see
Yeah,
the
I have a over 100 HP and it one shot me.
it does the fast enough it goes, it will one shot you. We can see it's getting faster and faster and faster, and over time, and eventually, let's see. There we go. Now it's swapped. Now the fluxite is in the larger ring. It's too fast for the smaller ring, but needs to keep going faster anyway, in order to actually be able to complete the craft. It won't take too long. We actually kind of really just
I was gonna put a big shell or an inner shell around the whole thing, but I just kind of it didn't matter.
yeah. There we go. Craft complete. And now it'll do it again. Pulls it all off. Uses a reset signal from a stock. The first time I've used a sensor card, by the way, over here. to check to see if the output item is there. Once the output item has been completed, it will reset the state cells and pull it all out. Let the A system know it can actually put another item in here and continue crafting. But also, even makes a little whirring noise. Boom. Very cool stuff. An interesting thing actually about this is sort of Orytech's late game power production. Uh, Depending on the
Oh
energy of
yeah.
the collision, you can use tachyon collectors. We never did this because we never really ended up doing any serious power infrastructure. But you can make like tachyon absorbers and stuff, and these will collect power from high energy particle collisions. And usually you get more than it took to accelerate it, like 3 times or something. So
We ended up not needing them because
yeah,
diesel generators go burr,
and
and
we just
also we got ended
never.
up getting a creative energy cell.
Yeah, that really like once we got the creative energy cell from AE2, I don't remember. Oh, I don't remember where we got it from. I don't know.
I got it from a legendary award
There
from
you
one of
go.
the other.
One of the quests gave it to us. We just plunked it on here. We actually have 3 now. Um, that kind of cut off most of our power requirements, but we never really had any high tier mechanism processing stuff that really necessitated needing more than these 6 diesel engines. So our power infrastructure wasn't great, and it's probably
I
the
don't even think we
lowest.
used all six, did we? And plus, we've got
Whenever,
a big enough buffer that it
yeah, we
doesn't
have a
really matter.
massive buffer. We have a
Because we keep
multi-billion.
we keep getting these gargantuan energy flux storages, and
We
plus
have
we've got
so
this
many.
big power. We've got a big power bank over here and over by the original Steam setup, and like
We just never needed
it
it.
doesn't matter. Yeah, we just never it never
The only
mattered.
time we ever actually turned all 6 engines on was when we did cybernetic research, which consumes like a few hundred million RF per tick for or a few hundred million RF, you know, amount per research, whatever it is. The more expensive it is, like this one costs like 500 million or something, so that would turn all the engines on. But again, Orytech was I think Orytech's going to be a pretty important tech mod going forward in the 1.21 plus
It's
space.
definitely very cool. I mean, the whole modular machinery and stuff is
Yeah,
very interesting.
and
And
for
we didn't get any we didn't get any higher tier add-ons for upgrades and stuff because we
yeah,
never really had a need for it. But like high end production speeds for
yeah,
like a Greg Tech pack, I could totally see you like with an actual realistic
or
progression
are
that
just
isn't a
more.
shitty ocean block.
Yeah, or I think the biggest problem I think across the board what this pack suffers from is just a chronic lack of not needing the kind of throughput to do stuff that would justify the resource expenditure. Like we automated Orytech stuff, and we never really needed the kinds of throughputs to justify um these like high tier speed upgrades, or we never needed like exactly what my brother was saying. Like I wouldn't necessarily say in a Greg Tech pack, but in a pack where you need more factorization than Ocean Block 2 does. Ocean Block 2 is sort of like a bastard child between Tech Pack and Adventure Pack, and it's not particularly great at being either one. Um,
And coming from me, when I've played a bunch of adventure packs.
my brother loves Adventure Packs more than anything else. It's his bread and butter. It's the only thing he loves, and knowing
That's not true. I like tech packs too.
I mean, yeah, but let's be real. You like adventure packs way more.
Yeah, they're fun, and this is not a great adventure pack. Um,
All the
I was
adventure goods just
expecting
gets offloaded to the very end, and by the time you actually, the adventure that you do at the very end just is really fucking miserable.
what they really is that
Airdrop, yeah,
another another airdrop. That's funny.
yeah.
Um, what they really needed to do is they needed to incentivize, like I did a whole bunch of like adventuring and stuff, but they needed to really incentivize you going out and actually like raiding all of the generated structures to actually like get stuff,
Like
like because like you
legitimately, the
didn't
best
need
loot you get is just from waiting for like eventually airdrops just
airdrops,
have like
literally
go abs
airdrops.
like
Like
awakened
what's that?
draconium. I got a.
Awakened Supremium
Did you
stuff.
just get another gargantuan flux storage?
I did.
Yeah, we have
So
another.
you got
I got another Awakened Supremium sword. Like, look at this crap. We have 18 swords, 17 shovels, 16 paxels, 19 axes.
22 hose.
Yeah, we have like the best loot you get in this game. Like consistently is like late game airdrops. They just sort of you just get ridiculous amounts of loot from
That's
them.
another 128 RF to our storage.
Yeah. And there we go. All the engines just turned on. One thing is I really like the way extended AE, or I guess it's advanced AE, but it's really what it is. Advanced AE is amazing. I'm used to like AE extended AE slash advanced AE being just uh AE just more or whatever, where it's extended patterns and they're not really all that complex and stuff. But honestly, things like over here with like the quantum computer the quantum computer was awesome. I love this thing. This thing
Dude,
was
it
super.
cranked out like 3,000 wool earlier in
Yeah,
like 2 seconds. It was pretty funny.
here we can. Where's 5,000? Watch that go. It's absolutely bonkers how fast it works. And this isn't even as large as it gets, either. That being
It
said,
could be
though, it
faster.
was really quite exceptionally expensive to make. They are not cheap to make a one this fast, but they could get larger. Um, but as I really wish the base was in a better state before finishing the pack, but I just don't want to play this pack. I actually even started a Star Trek run yesterday, and I was like, I was gone play Minecraft, and I'm like, man, I should go play Star Trek. And then I was thinking, well, I pay my brother and I'm like, you want to go finish Ocean Block 2 so we just don't like leave it? Because honestly, like this week, if we weren't gonna have finished Ocean Block 2 this week, we would have just called it. This is just not a good pack. I had a decent time up until um once you have to start going into the Rift, and the Rift monsters just are not fun to fight. They give you slowness 4, they give you blindness 2, they
Levitation.
give you levitation. You can't fly, you can't access your wireless AE. This pack is super stingy about backpack upgrades, so you can't get like better stack upgrades. You can't get the advanced feeding upgrades to help like have auto feeders to like keep your health up. It's really really obnoxious. Um,
Most of the upgrades for like so a lot of so pretty much all of the backpack upgrades are either gated behind the rift or you just can't get them, and like all of the augments for the awakened supremium stuff is behind rift loot, and a lot of like just everything is locked behind actual rift loot, and it's really infuriating that you can't just like I mean
like I
I,
understand
I
why.
appreciate yeah,
Yeah,
I appreciate the incentive to go in the rift to actually like we had to go in the rift to get the abyssal sacrifice to fight the leviathan to actually do the thing, and I appreciate having to do that. That's like good, that's good adventure pack stuff of like having to actually like do the adventure, but having all those mobs just apply mega butt tons of debuffs is not cool.
yeah, like um the rift was just like not a fun thing to do. Like I was really excited to go in the first time. We were all like turbo geared, ready to go in, and then you fight the mobs for 2 seconds. And you're like, wow, this shit sucks. There's just so many of them. They do so much
It
damage. They inflict you with every
yeah.
debuff known to man, and it's just like a really unenjoyable experience to do. I mean, I assume there's probably some way of just making yourself immune to all debuffs. The problem is like it's either you make yourself immune to all debuffs or you just have a really bad time. And we couldn't figure out a way to make ourselves immune to debuffs. Um, the quote unquote bootleg method of making immune to debuffs was just like basically making a bunch of these chocolate coffees. At first, we were just using milk buckets, and then just using the alchemy upgrade to just auto drink those things when you have harmful effects. And you just we were chewing through literally like 60, like 40 to 60 buckets.
I went through 128 buckets of milk
Well, there you go.
in like 10 minutes.
It's like your backpack is just constantly drinking them. It's ridiculous. That being said, though, there were some things I really really enjoyed, and I think one of the things the puzzles I really enjoyed was making this time crystal farm. At first, I found it really obviously most of these things are not done. I left room for lots of them, and only ended up building 4 of the like 11 I planned. But the
I only
way
needed like two.
we probably could have gotten away with 1, honestly. We barely even used any of the crystals that we'd farmed up. But the way this all works is so budding time crystals have to absorb energy from dimensions in sequence. They have to go from the overworld and then to the nether. And then they have to spend 3 to 5 minutes or so in each dimension, and then they'll start growing crystals, right? So here we have the nether side, and we can go ahead. So basically, all these things are I really, really enjoyed this setup. How this works is using a bunch of sets of advanced swappers that then also swap. There are basically in each farm there are three by three cubes of volume that are being passed around like a big shell game. One of them is a budding time crystal block, and the other two are two sets of redstone blocks. And the way this works is we have a timer here that is set to pause while redstone is active for that's about 3 minutes, I believe. 3,600 ticks is 3 minutes. Yeah, I think it's about 3 minutes. So
Well,
after three,
you set it to 5 hours when you did 3600.
no, I did 30. I did way more than.
36,000.
I
I
think
think
I
it was
did. I
36,000
know
you
I was
did.
360,000, I think, by accident. Anyway, the idea is we have this flopper here is paired to the overworld. This is basically the destination of the overworld. This one will send it to the next dimension it has to go to, which will be the compact world. We can go ahead and let me just make sure this is taking players. So this will bring us to the compact world here, where it has swapped out for no more redstone blocks. So obviously that means the timer is started. It is going.
Yeah,
Once
the one out here just flipped.
yeah, once this one is hits 3 minutes, it'll trigger this redstone swapper, which if we swap it again, yeah, I don't want to be caught in that one. It swaps it with the block of redstone. So that means this timer is paused, so it won't pull it back by accident. So basically, every time the time crystal moves to the next dimension, um, I realized I have made a critical error. Don't have my personal shrinking gadget on me. It's in my other backpack.
So you're just stuck.
No, here I can bring it here. I believe this one's hit the players. Yes. We're back home. uh, so basically, the when the time crystal is there, it turns the timer on, and when the time crystal is not there, the redstone blocks that replace its volume turn the timer off, so it can't be dragged back. So the only timer is active is the one that would take it to the next dimension. And once these time crystals are here in the overworld, all of these other sets of swappers up here are on an 8 tick timer, and they only allow the full time crystal clusters. So the ones that will actually give us a time crystal fragment or shard or whatever. These things will basically pick up the full cluster and they will dump it in front of one of these annihilation planes. And the annihilation plane will break it and take the item. So that's how it works. And it does work pretty well, which is nice. I do have to admit, not all of this was entirely my idea. The thing I took from another YouTube video, I don't remember what it was. I looked at it for 1 second, then went, oh shit, duh. My original plan was to move just the budding time crystal block at first. But that doesn't work because it might discharge before it completes a crystal or whatever, and you'll waste a bunch of time. So I just saw one where the guy was moving the entire 3 by 3 volume, and I was like, oh, duh. No shit, Sherlock. You should totally do that. So I did that. But the advanced swappers over here with these time crystals this is my idea. So there are probably some smarter ways of doing it. Um, I
I don't know. I mean, this seems like the only way you would really do it because
I
the
think you
swappers are
could
the only way
probably
to move
you
them.
could probably move a full 3 by 3 volume because honestly the time crystal clusters will probably break if they're moved without being I don't know. I'm sure there's some other ways you could get around to it, but I don't really care. It's done now, and I never really got around to building more than 4 of them because they're really tedious to set up. It takes a long time to set them up. But they do work. But man, this pack, I really learned to fall in love with immersive engineering's redstone systems, like their redstone connectors and their timers and their state cells. I think that was one of the big things I'm taking away from this pack. Actually, is just how awesome immersive engineering is. Like it kind of gets slept on a lot because everything about it pretty much gets overshadowed by every other tech mod that ever existed. Um,
Mechanism.
yeah, mechanism exactly. You got it in one. Um, but immersive engineering's redstone control stuff. Where else do we use it? I know we used it in the. Oh, I mean, obviously we used it in the particle accelerator, like I mentioned down here. This is. I love. I've learned to fall in love with immersive engineering's redstone. It's fantastic. It's really, really good. Especially, it's actually in surprisingly complex with how far you can get away, like with how far you can do stuff too, with just a few basic ones. Because all of these things have like signals. You can have like a huge network of different signals and colors and channels and stuff, and it allows you to do some really complex things that you really think you couldn't do. And the state cell is one of the big standouts as well. The state cell was really kind of game changing. Um, you know, I really like this. I got to do a lot of fun stuff with it. Um, I'm trying to think of all the other things that we've done. I mean,
I mean, I built the particle accelerator ring itself.
yeah, you did actually. We're gonna actually. You know what we're gonna do? We are going to appreciate the particles. I need night vision. Alright, here.
Your
Uh,
house should have night vision.
oh, it does have night vision. I guess it's not enabled. Oh, I think it is enabled. Uh, oh, it just
You're
looks
just
funny.
underwater.
It's
It
just,
just sucks.
yeah, it's just they
Being
just.
underwater sucks.
My brother
If you
built
if you
this, and it
if you
looks.
float where I am, you can see all of it.
Yeah, my brother built this, and it looks fucking awesome. He built the band
I
ring.
built it entirely by hand.
He did, because he forgot building gadgets existed. Le
No, I knew they
uh,
existed. I just didn't want to, and because the problem is a lot of it just kind of it would have been really funky to do it with building gadgets because with all the weird placements and all of the
hey, I mean, you had fun, which is the important part.
I did. Yeah, I had a great time. It was
And
great.
I think it looks fantastic. This looks amazing.
Yeah,
Very
I'm
clean.
really proud of it.
You should be.
I also built the mob farm.
Yeah,
Although my brother did move it like over like 3 blocks because I misplaced it.
it's fine. It's a lot less
It's turned
beautiful
off
than
now, but
yeah. Being able to use
it's
the portal
functional.
gun for that was so funny.
Yeah, I mean theoretically you could probably use a bubble column, but like
The portal gun. Come on.
or just be
One.
deeper. But portals are playing with portals is funny.
Eh,
It worked out great. Careful, that will kill you. It's still on.
yeah, it's still undone here, and I don't think it's gonna let me teleport out because of it counts the staff of traveling as the anti-ender teleporter.
Yep,
Um,
it does.
I'm really sad that the base is in this state the way it is, but I just simply do not want to play anymore.
And then we can look at what's left of the starter of the
Oh
starter
yeah,
base.
I always expected that we'd have torn the star. I expected a lot more of this pack.
I tore out a lot of it
Yeah,
over
we did
the
tear out a
years.
whole bunch of it. Most of like the expansions we built for machines as well as the expansions we built
It's kind
for
it's kind of
Warproc.
quote unquote nostalgic, seeing kind of like what we started with. Oh,
Yeah.
some of it clearly burned down too because there's some ash over here.
I wonder what set it all on fire.
Oh, probably the blazes
Oh, the
that got
blaze.
off.
Yeah, cause we had
We had some
Afrits.
blaze escapes from the mob farm.
Yeah, because Afrit is a mob drop, and whenever Afrits spawn, they spawn a bunch of blazes, and they
They
always
spawn 3 blazes whenever they spawn in.
and they shot a bunch of fireballs even before dying in the water, and I guess it set everything on fire, which is really funny. um, yeah, so I had a lot higher hopes for this pack. I was really expecting something that would be a lot more fun, and I think this is perhaps one of my least favorite mod packs that I've ever played. Especially, it's easily my least favorite mod pack that I've ever played to completion. I can't say that I've ever completed a mod pack that I just was not having fun with. Um, I mean, I was enjoying ATM9 for quite a while. I was enjoying Money Factory for pretty much all of it. Or there's always parts of Money Factory that annoyed the hell out of me, but I enjoyed Money Factory up until we were done. But I was happy. There's a difference between being happy to be done and wishing you just didn't want to play it anymore. And Ocean Block 2 was definitely the latter, and that I just didn't really want to play anymore at a certain point. Like especially seeing just how annoying the Rift was and how a huge part of the late game uh like the gameplay loop that the Rift takes part in, like the back 20% of the run or whatever, the last 10% of the run was really, really disheartening. Because like I know we've harped on this multiple times, but it really was just not that fun to fight mobs that make you blind, that have tons of HP, that can just one shot you through like ridiculous amounts of gear. And I think this boils
I mean,
down really
some of those might have been me with an
okay.
no-
With the laser. But
um,
I still got
okay.
clobbered a couple times on my own when
I
because
did too.
I did go into the rift a couple times on my own, and I definitely got clobbered a few times. Um, I think this might be a hot take, but I think all packs generally, unless they're specifically designed very heavily around adventure from the beginning, it's hard to balance Minecraft adventuring, especially once you have things like wireless AE and heavy duty backpacks and really good gear. Like,
I mean, just
it's really,
just
really
think if
hard.
we had apotheosis in this pack.
Yeah, it's really, really hard to balance Minecraft combat in a way that allows you to have difficulty throughout the entirety of the full progression. And I think Ocean Block 2 went, ah, yes, they're going to have Cataclysm, because there's Cataclysm in this, you're going to have some crazy gear, so we're going to throw some absolute fucked up shit at you. And it's just, like, not fun to do that. Like, in order to challenge that kind of progression requires you to do some really unfun levels of difficulty. And that's just not worth the cost, I think, of adding artificial difficulty. Is just making things harder just to make things harder is not really a great option. Um, so I think the Rift just and the problem with the I have with the Rift is it's really quite a spectacular place to look to look at. I mean, I don't think we can go back there anymore, unfortunately, because of
I don't. We can,
uh,
yeah. The portal
actually,
is
hold on.
permanently selected to go
Waypoint
there.
manager. Oh, actually, teleport. Like look at all these mobs. Like they're fantastic and stuff. I'm just gonna go into. I think I'm gonna go into creative mode so I can just show these things off. But like look how like detailed these models are and stuff, and look how like well put together their animations are. Like look at the abyssal winged. Like look at them. They're fantastic mobs. Like they all look amazing. This whole area is incredibly beautiful and exceptionally well put together. There was some really deep thought that went into this entire area, this entire rift, right?
I
This was
definitely appreciate the effort put into it, but
yeah,
the execution
exactly.
was.
I think they put like FTB team really went out of their way to make a really well designed environment to fight in. I think it's a really interesting and ethereal and otherworldly area, which is what it's supposed to be. And I think all the enemies look fantastic and they're all otherworldly and scary looking and they're dangerous. I just think the way they went about handing all that difficulty off to them, the way they make them debuff you like ridiculous amounts, just really isn't fun. It wasn't a good design decision. And because of all the effort that went into um making the mobs the way they are, I have to believe that that was intentional, that they went, ah, yes, all these slowness debuffs and all these blindness debuffs are intentional on a game designer part. And I just thought that wasn't really all that fun. And it's possible we missed something somewhere and you're supposed to have a certain item on you in order to make sure that you don't actually suffer from all of this and stuff. And
I'm assuming we missed something.
it's possible we missed something somewhere. I don't think so. Uh, like I don't think any of the quests mentioned about like fighting stuff. Yeah, like Eclipse Alloy armor gives you more time.
You
Budding
know what
Crystal
it is?
Farm. What?
It's literally the blindness effect. You literally eat blessed amethyst crab meat, and you can no longer become blind.
Is that what it is? It's literally just
Yep.
one item and then you're just immune to it?
You're immune to the blindness, not the levitation though.
That's really funny. Um, I wish the quest book mentioned that. And we
Yeah, I did too.
But like there's like a huge variety of mobs and things that you have to fight, and they all do different things and stuff. So like the Rift is like exceptionally well put together, and this has to have taken untold amount of hours from the FTB team. So like when it comes to like something like that, I do have to say like hats off to you guys. You guys really hit it out of the park. I just wish they did it literally any of their own execution in terms of just endless debuffs. I would have rather them just be giant HP pools. Like that would have been so much more fun. Where like instead of debuffs, you just had to hit them for 5 more minutes or something. Like I think that would have been more enjoyable than just not being able to play the game. Because that's really what the mobs do, is they just take the ability the way to play the game from you. Do you still get slowness, by the way?
No, I haven't. I'm not being. Oh yeah, a little bit. But my
Well, and then you get struck by like lightning and stuff. I don't know. It looks like we probably made some serious misplays. And it's really funny that we learned the solution here on camera after bitching about it for like 30 minutes. Um, but
well, I had some in my backpack from earlier, and I was just like, huh, I wonder what this will work.
yeah, so like look what he'd have to like. This was without staff of traveling. This is the kind of shit he has to do.
I mean, I do have
You can just
a
like
magic book that can just
yeah.
take me I
Yeah.
want to go.
Goodbye. So, I'm gonna go back home, and I'm gonna go over the base. Oh, I had slid, so I have to. Um, I do not think Ocean Block 2 is a good pack, unfortunately. I was hoping for a lot more, and I didn't. I ended up just not getting what I really wanted. However, not entirely what I really wanted, I guess. I did get to play with Ori Tech some, which was fun. I really wish I had a pack to explore more of Ori Tech. I think Ocean Block 2 was too focused on specific items, and that kind of threw away a lot of what Ori Tech can do. And I'm kind of disappointed about that. I think actually, like, this pack is just it's possible this pack just suffers from being too short. Um, he, um, uh, yeah. What do you mean by required too many items? You just mean
I
like you
mean,
had to.
required. You just had to. It was just a huge craft. I mean, huge crafting rabbit holes are not anything new to modded Minecraft, but like, you had to like go through freaking Natek and like everything else to
I
just
think
like.
that's kind of standard for a pack like this.
Yeah, I mean,
I
yeah,
just
I
the
guess,
problem
especially a
is
skyblock
it
pack,
was just so
like quote unquote
focused.
skyblock.
It was just so focused that you never really had an opportunity or a reason to go out of your way to go explore more of Ori Tech.
That's
Um,
true. Yeah,
and I think that was just kind of like a detriment of the pack and the way it's designed. Um, Obviously, there's nothing stopping you from just going out and ignoring the main quest line and going to play Ori Tech for 4,000 hours. But
that's not what the pack is for. Then, if you're
no,
gonna do that, then
then the
yeah,
whole point,
it wasn't made for that.
yeah, that's the. I mean, I think that the whole point of packs is to provide a slightly a direction for progression, and I think that's
Mm-hmm.
where I have a lot of opinions on ATM packs, so I think I've already expressed many of them before, so I
You
won't
don't
get
like
into
the
them.
progression of ATM?
There is no progression in ATM. ATM is just here's a bunch of mods for you and your friends. Go
It's
have fun.
literally the kitchen sink mod pack.
And that's fine. That's what ATM's for anyway. It's not really meant to be for something like that.
Each,
Uh,
each yeah, each mod is definitely separated. Whereas
uh,
something like this, it's everything's more connected.
yeah, they're definitely you have a bunch of like custom recipes and stuff, especially with way like how you make crude oil for power. Like especially like I can't believe we got away with just 6 engines for the whole pack. Um,
I was expecting to need like a nuclear reactor or
yeah,
three.
like they even offer like in like the power generation method. They even talk about like extreme reactors as well as Oritech reactors. Even I don't think there's mechanism reactors.
There
Uh,
aren't. There's
yeah,
no mechanism generators isn't in this pack.
yeah, right. Right, yeah. So I
I mean,
mean,
there's also power, but they took the reactors out
yes.
because power reactors would have basically solved all our
I
power
don't even
problems
know
if we
why
played
they.
late game.
I legitimately don't know why they included Power. I have no idea why.
I mean, the power cell. We needed to use the power cells for laser
We
IO.
used the power cells for that for laser IO was because I believe we could have used energy cubes for mechanism, but they were just cheaper. So power literally didn't do anything that we couldn't have done with mechanism or something else. Um, I am not a I don't know why they added power here. It didn't seem to do anything, and I honestly mostly forgot that it existed and was in this pack. DML, or I guess it's HNN now.
Hostile
Yeah,
networks or whatever.
that was in this pack as well, and I set up some pretty significant areas for it, expecting it would be much larger than it was, and it just ended up not being that large. We used it for exactly one thing, and it was echo shards. Oh, my brother ended up actually moving the pathway over for me, which was very nice of him. Thank you, Brick.
Yes.
Fine, he's like, I mean, it's gonna take forever to do by hand. I'm like, you could just cut and paste it. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, the cut and paste gadget. And he's like, holy shit, this is awesome. So, um, that's. Is there anything else you'd like to mention to ramble on about? I've been rambling for fucking 40 almost 50
um,
goddamn minutes about
I did.
shit.
I was gonna mess around with Ars Noval, but I ended up not needing to because he who shall not be named did
Well,
mods
yeah,
for us.
one of our other friends who doesn't play anymore did a lot of the other magic mods and stuff. He did Ars Nouveau and Occultism. I did have to run up here and do some Occultism stuff on my own. We needed some wind charges. One of the research things you need for this one of the cybernetics required wind charges, and the best way to get them is from breeze. Like the only way to get them is from doing Occultism. So I ended up doing um a bunch of this stuff. At first, I was trying to make the individual uh like the wind charges just by drops from possessed phantoms, but it was a super rare chance, and I got really annoyed about it. It was really tedious. So instead, I just ended up making it from doing a couple of these rituals where I had to make like some villagers and sacrifice them and stuff.
Oh, you can't even freaking. That's funny that you can't replicate them.
You can't, no, yeah, which was really obnoxious as well. It would have saved. Also, replicate
Dude,
was
there
another
are
standout.
breeze seeds.
Uh,
Oh yeah, dude, replicate.
Replicate is never getting put in another pack again. It's so good. It's so powerful. I ended up actually over here moving our hand-fed replicate setup back into some on-demand stuff. There's an A bridge somewhere back here. I forget where I put it. Oh. It's somewhere back there. Oh, yeah, there it
Oh, I
is.
found it. It's down here.
Yeah, there
It's
it
a cape
is.
on the underside.
And it allows us to on-demand stuff from it. Like we can replicate nether stars, for example, if we want other stars. We don't have enough quantum right now, so we can't. But um, this
We have
allowed
the
us.
solution.
You can just have it full of some echo shards. Technically, we can also on demand request it to create various feed it with items so in order to feed it with matter. I found that this was really inconsistent, and sometimes it wouldn't report to the main AE network that it had been completed. So sometimes it would get stuck up on this. So in the end, I just started generally just ordering a bunch of stuff and just ham feeding this diamond chest with a bunch of crap. Um, but we didn't really need to use it all that much for like on mass stuff, so it was fine for really for what it was.
Being able to just duplicate 256 storage
Yeah,
drives is very
that
convenient.
was the biggest thing with replicate is that's actually why I put it up here on demand, was because setting up the quantum computer was very, very expensive. Like making one of these things is very expensive, especially when we're replicating all of the 256Ks. So as you can see, it was quite a lot of things to replicate. Um, so I
Oh, I have
wanted
something to add.
oh, sure.
A few things to add. I mean, with this the whole sluice problem.
Oh God,
Fortunately,
sluices.
we left them running long enough that we had a very big buffer of resources that it didn't really matter. That we didn't need to
Yeah.
keep them running. Um, but when these things were running, it was like the
Leg
performance was so bad.
legitimately would cut your FPS in half. I think it legitimately reduced my FPS to below 20.
Also,
Uh,
I did automate the actually edition stuff for the Restonia blocks to
yeah,
using the particle
it,
accelerator,
it
so
was a
that we can.
very good job.
It was a it was a little tedious of trying to figure out like what they accept, like how to actually put items into them. The big one was actually trying to, if we tear this a little apart a little bit so we can take a look, we needed to use a laser to turn redstone dust into Restonia crystals, which we then used a compacting drawer over here on the little drawer network. And to figure out, so I needed to use a dropper, so you needed the items in the actual dropped items for the laser to laser. um and so I went through like 6 different forms of droppers, and um before I had to just use a regular Minecraft dropper because none of the other droppers would accept input from an import bus. They just would not, the import bus just wouldn't work on them.
Highly
um
unfortunate.
Very unfortunate, and I had to use the ranged collector, a filtered ranged collector, so that the actually we can pull out. Let's pull out some. I buffered this to be like 300 crystals. Let's just pull out a bunch of this stuff so it'll start working. Turn your magnet off. So then it just yeah. Yep. So the range collector is filtered for Restonia crystals, and these are on there's a timer somewhere down here. Yeah, here's one. The timer, there's a redstone timer going into a wireless transmitter on a 25 tick delay that just pulses them every 25 ticks. So,
Nice
yep,
work. This is the fun part of modded Minecraft and is
yep,
coming up with fun solutions to fun problems.
yep.
Um, Yeah, the sluices were a huge issue, and I'm really glad we had enough resources buffered from running them from a server that was running all the time. I think that really made it so once we turned them all off, we didn't have to worry about it anymore. But I am really annoyed about how much effort went into
I
this,
mean,
only to be thrown
this is a
away.
classic Skyblock problem though, of having your resources come from nothing.
I just don't. They shouldn't be this laggy though. Like, not at
That's
all.
true.
Like,
No. I totally agree. Like every time I've played other Skyblock packs
it's
with
never
like
been this laggy.
it's yeah.
So FTB dropped the ball when it came to the sluices. I assume it's because they really weren't meant to be spammed in this kind of number, but like come on guys. Like seriously.
I'm assuming that once we were able to get to the bottom of the ocean floor, we were supposed to use the bedrock resource nodes from Oratech
But
and
like
bedrock breakers to get the rest of our stuff.
come on.
Because then we could use those and just use like we would get infinite copper and iron and
Yeah,
just
but the thing is with sluices, if they scaled properly, like when they if they scaled without FPS issues, they'd be amazing. They were awesome. They produced so many resources.
they did. They did.
So
That and
obviously
through
my
probably mystical agriculture as well, once you get a
yeah,
resource.
that's also we did a lot of mystical
Oh yeah,
agriculture.
yeah, we did a lot of I It's really funny. How much uranium do we have?
I don't know.
You have a lot of you have 85k uranium.
It's
We can't
my
even use it.
uranium, not your uranium.
Ha ha ha. But yeah, I mean, I automated a couple things here and there. I did a lot of the I did a lot of the advanced AEE automating, or I did about half of it over here, and then my brother did the other half. I did a large portion. Oh yeah, I automated food.
Yep.
That was interesting trying to figure that out.
Yeah, help
Trying
me.
to automate a cooking pot.
And this got turned into Fluxite after it was charged Certus Quartz, so this got swapped out for something later, which was useful. Also, one thing, this is where we were planning to put pneumatic craft, but you literally need pneumatic craft like for like 5 minutes. You use it to make like the second tier of armor or whatever, like the
The
pressurized.
first tier, you use it to make you use it to make the armor, so you can get down to the rift portal. But the thing is by the time you get through all the quest progression to actually get down there, you have access to eclipse alloy ingots from Dire Tech, or from just Dire things, which is literally just like
We're
6 times
still
better.
we're still using it. It's that good.
I mean, it's mostly because of like
The
if you
upgrades.
shoot me with your railgun really quick, it just do it. You I just have pure invulnerability for like
It's like 6 seconds or something.
five. It's like 7 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, we also have one that if you, I will clear your debuffs. We have one. We have an upgrade that will straight up just auto.
I mean, water breathing, elytra, extinguish, invulnerability, death. I have death protection on right now.
You also have
Actually, Cre-
the
creative flight.
mental obliteration, which just turns the AI off of any nearby mob within like 6 blocks or something of you.
It's very funny.
It's yeah. Didn't work on any of the bosses we had to fight, but it did work on all their ads. So every
I'm
night.
actually glad. I'm glad it didn't work on the bosses though. I will say Cataclysm. I'm actually happy they put Cataclysm in this mod. The boss fights from Cataclysm are cool.
The boss fights from Cataclysm are
Oh,
cool.
speaking of which, we got some music discs. We got some Cataclysm music
Are
discs.
we even allowed? I don't even know if I'm allowed to play them. I might get copyright struck for them.
Really?
I don't know. YouTube is scary.
Um.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Okay, then I won't play them.
That's highly
Um.
unfortunate, but they're good. They're like the
I mean, they don't.
Cataclysm is a
Yeah,
really
they're.
great mod that I never play with because it's never in any of the packs I play because I don't care.
It was in It was in ATM 9.
Yeah, and I never did any of it. I never saw a Cataclysm boss once.
Yep. I only
I
saw like three
I
once.
played like 700 hours of ATM 9 or yeah ATM 9 and I never saw a Cataclysm boss.
I will
um.
say, if they wanted this to be nitpicks I have about the adventure
Oh,
aspect.
feel free.
Um, so I so what version of Minecraft is this in?
121.
121. Okay, so in 121, the Apotheosis version actually adds world tiers. So whereas you increase in power, the power of mobs increases with you. Um, And so I would have appreciated having Apotheosis in this, in addition to maybe something like Simply Swords to add a lot more melee weapon options, and plus also give legendary weapon options. In addition, being combined with better combat to actually give you like weapon actual like attack animations rather than just Minecraft swing dot
Mm.
animation, whatever. And because it gives you options like you could play with like a great sword or a warglaive or a spear or a big freaking scythe from like there's cataclysm integration for that, so you have a big ass scythe that does cool stuff, or like a freaking Mjolnir, um like a flaming battle axe, stuff like that with unique animations
Yeah, which
for
is
combat with
that's just
follow through and stuff. Like if they wanted it to be adventure, they should have included stuff that would make it feel like adventure. Like they just didn't. Like
that's the problem I have with this pack is like we've mentioned before that it tried to be both either it feels like to me that it tried to be both a tech pack and an adventure pack, but it wasn't
well, not just a
particularly.
tech pack, but a skyblock tech pack.
And I mean, I don't really think there's a
A
distinction enough
difference,
a distinction enough worth talking about. In the sense that
I suppose.
it's a tech pack and an adventure pack. And they tried to be both, but they didn't do either one of them particularly well. Because you can do both. It's possible to do both. They just didn't do it the way they like exactly what you said. They should have added some more stuff to adventuring. Um, I think the tech progression was probably fine. I don't think it was particularly standout in terms of tech progression that I've seen so far. Obviously we got away with like 10,000 RF per tick worth of power generation, which really isn't a whole lot. Um, I mean,
Yeah,
obviously
so we
between all
probably
four of
we
them, it's like
probably could have finished the
24k.
pack from the starter island, but I mean, actually, no. Come to think of it, like, I
We
mean,
we we did
we
need to produce many items. Like that was a thing.
we
We
did
did have to
we
produce
did have to do
stuff,
that.
but most
Yes,
of the
there
space
was
is not
a
being
numbers
used.
requirement.
Like most of the space is not being used. So, and
Yeah,
this base could have been a quarter of the size and we would have been enough. We left, we had tons and tons of spaces. I overestimated for how much room we were going to need. And, like, there was just lots of stuff that we just didn't do, that we didn't
I
need
mean,
to
like, we
do.
still have our original like Steam Gen setup still here.
Yeah, because I just never tore it down. Never really needed to. I think this produces like 3,000 RF protect or something between the two of them.
Oh yeah, target dummy.
Yeah. um, I think
All right, let's see how many.
we've been rambling
I'm just
for
gonna see
almost
here with my laser. Yeah.
we've been rambling for almost an hour. So do you have any last statements before you 'cause it's almost 2 in the frickin' morning
Um.
for me. Cause I kind of want to go to bed.
Yeah.
It's like 2 in the morning for you too, isn't it?
Something like that. I have class tomorrow too.
Oh
Well,
God,
today.
what good? When do you have to be up for class?
My class is at noon, so it's
Okay,
fine.
so you're fine.
I'm fine.
You're
I'm up
good.
to 800 DPS.
Unfortunately, it doesn't
Are
read
you
on my.
still in creative mode?
No, it doesn't read on my side.
If you walk in front of this, you will die.
Yeah, he was right.
I was I told you. I'm pretty sure this is how I ended up almost one-shotting the Riftwalker was because I did this.
Oh, I mean,
Oh.
so this is what I meant to do. Oh, you teleported me directly into your lightning beam again.
Don't don't walk forward. Yeah, so then if I do this, yeah,
I got. I don't even know how I died. I was behind
I'm
you.
doing 32,000 damage on a crit.
Okay, well, I guess that's probably gonna be good enough from us. I don't think there's
Yeah,
anything more to say. We've kind of
it would have been a lot cooler if they had more adventure stuff.
yeah,
And
and this pen I'm sad to see the state the state this base will end in. I think it was just the nature of eventually I was gonna find a pack that I thought I was gonna have a lot of fun in, and I just ended up not having a lot of fun in. I
yeah,
think
when I first saw
that's just the
Ocean Block,
nature of exactly like yeah, I was like,
I
wow,
was
this looks really
expecting an
cool.
ocean-based Skyblock tech pack, and they shoehorned adventure in for no reason.
And it turned out that they did shoehorn. They didn't shoehorn in adventure. It was just badly integrated. So, unfortunately, that's just where the pack is going to be. That's where the base is going to be. I don't think I'm gonna offer a world download because this base does really kind of fucking blow. It's not great. There's not. I don't think there's a single part about this base that I really like besides the particle accelerator, and I didn't even build that. um, so that's it.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That was some good work. Um, so that's it for Ocean Block 2, though, I've already started a Star Trek run, so there's going to be stuff from that. Not this week, but next week, I'm sure, because Star Trek is fun. I like Star Trek. I'm happy to be in. I miss the Greg. It's good. It'll be good to be back in the Greg.
I'll be helping along sometimes, but college student. So
Yeah. Well. All right. So I hope you guys have had a good week. I know we didn't have a progress log last week, but RSI and almost being done kind of put me off to delay it. So here we are. So hope you guys have had a good week. Hope you guys have a good upcoming week, and I will see you all again next week.